Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Premium Bandai exclusive, or P-Bandai exclusive, HG Leo Space Type. Now this is the second Leo we got, or technically third, because we have the original Leo and then the Leo NPD, and as a Premium Bandai we got the Leo Space Type. And those who are going to ask, yes, I have pre-ordered the Leo Flight Type as well. Now today's review is going to be a simple review where I'm going to mostly talk about the differences or changes regarding the kit, because this is technically based on the, or pretty much the same build as the original HG Leo we recently got. So I'm mostly going to be doing comparisons. Alright, so let's get on to the review. Now before we get on, let's talk about its components. Now first of all, what you get of course is the Leo Space Type as well itself. So I'm going to push that back aside, and then we're going to talk about its equipment or components. Now for leftover parts, well, technically leftover parts, we get these shoulder parts, because the shoulder parts are kind of different. So these are from the original Leo, so if you just want to have a normal Leo but with the purple color, basically this is your thing that you need to use. And then we have this part, which is the back part, where for mine the original HG Leo had trouble staying in, but this one was actually pretty stiff. So yeah, that was a good thing. But I guess this would consider to be a leftover part at this point. And then we get two beam saber effects, which is pretty much obvious. So that's that. And then we still get its original. I believe this is the 105mm. Yeah, this is the 105mm machine gun that we get. Once again, exact same build. So here are also we get a shield, which this time it's purple, and we still get the shoulder same shoulder connector and two beam saber hilts. So that's exactly the same as well. And here are the new stuff. Now we get all these weapons, really a good amount of weapons. I'm gonna go one by short to longest. So we have this one, which is called the Colony Type Short Rifle or Short Beam Rifle. Well, this has two modes. So we have this pretty much like snap two pieces together and then connect the end tip. I don't really remember seeing this weapon in the series, but it could be just me, because I believe the Leos used a really good amount of like variety of weapons to the point where it's hard to differentiate or notice. But yeah, so this thing has two versions. This is the short version. And then you can take off this end tip and then attach this longer barrel or whatever it's called, and then make it into the long version. This would be called the Colony Type Long Rifle or Long Beam Rifle. This because I believe, yeah, the Colony Type Beam Rifle. This is considered a beam weapon. Okay, so that's that, and then we have the second one. Now this is just I don't know what's the difference. I don't know what's the difference between a Colony Type and a normal type, but this one's just called the Short Type Beam Rifle, which I do like because it definitely has more of a handgun feeling into it. But yeah, do love the design. So they kind of look similar, but once again, you can see like the differences as well. And now this, I believe this is also a beam rifle type weapon, which is this is the long beam rifle. So this is the short version, this is the long version, this is the Colony version, let's put it that way. Once again, another beam rifle type weapon. I think I remember seeing this one, because yeah, there was another weapon I do remember that kind of looked like the machine gun, but also different. So yeah, once again, I do like the fact about that you can just slide into the hand instead of like detaching the handguards. And finally, my personal favorite, this is the Mega Beam Cannon, which is basically a beam bazooka type weapon. We have this handle that can move around, so that you can actually hold this in with double hands. Yeah, and once again, this is one of those snap two pieces together. Well, of course, you have to put this inside and then connect the end tips or build. So once again, all the weapons or equipment are very simple build. Very simply constructed. Okay, now let's go on with the comparison. So I'm going to put this side by side. Well, obviously, the one difference is the color. Obviously, from top to bottom, one of the main difference is the color. So the visor color is still the same, which is still uses the the clear yellowish clear plastic onto the flat plate. So yeah, one of the difference by looking at it right away is the shoulder, because the original Leo had just these normal looking shoulders where you just snap it on. The one that is on the space type, you have to attach these black pieces onto the shoulder first and then connect the shoulder piece. So it's not a like clipping on, but it's more of like now you're attaching it to these black pieces forward and backward. So that's one of the main differences. And then obviously, of course, the head part, this is more darker now. And now we have the backpack. Now the backpack was very simple. I was kind of hoping to have, you know, a bit more of a build into it, but this was very simple. It was just one of those snap two pieces together and you have the backpack. So I'm gonna detach this because mostly I mostly bought the Leo Premium Bandai Leos, or pre-ordered the Leos, just because I was curious on how far are they going to go with these kits. Because like if we look at the Jegan, they went a whole far away with the variants, and you can see this thing is very, very tight connected. So you can see that it was actually about to fall apart from the pieces. But once again, you connect it with that single hole there, and this is the backpack. It only has a single connector and it's very stiff. So once again, if it wasn't too obvious, you can still fit this onto the normal one if you want to do so. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can still attach it if you want to, but I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want it to fall apart. I mean the kit itself, because this was a very firm connection. So yeah, that was one of the main difference. So I guess, once again, I guess you would require some coloring, like the panel lining and the thruster colors and yada yada. And that was pretty much it for the differences. Now, once again, I'm gonna just say this, that the Leos are going to become the Jegans like from the HGUC line, where it's gonna have a ton of variants, I think. And most of those variants are going to be Premium Bandai, because we already got like 2 Leo kits, which is one is this, and then the other one being the Leo NPD. So any Leo variant that comes out, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like high chances of being Premium Bandai. And yes, I have pre-ordered the RG Talgies too as well. So yeah, so if you're a big fan of the Leos, like you're a fan of the Jegans, and definitely this thing is for you. I mostly bought it for because I'm kind of curious on how far they're going to go, or how they're going to do with the equipment. So yeah. But once again, if you're buying this is not just worth it for the mobile suit itself. It comes with great weapons. I guess I should show you guys the weapon. Yeah, fall over, fine. So the weapons, they all connect simple. Just slide it in like that. Come on. So you can slide it in and slide out. Simple as that. So yeah, all these weapons, I guess you could use it on other kits if you want to do so, because once again, because of their unique designs, it's really, you know, I guess it would give a lot of customization value as well. Of course, like for this one example, it doesn't give any stickers or visors for this kit. I should mention that. I believe the original Leo did not have any stickers, so which is why we're not getting anything. Of course, the machine gun, I believe this is the exact same machine gun, no color difference. So yeah. So this is my personal favorite, the bazooka type weapon, the beam bazooka. Now you can hold it on the shoulder like any normal bazooka, but with the extra articulation on the shoulders and this handle, you can pretty much pull it forward and then attach it to the other hand, and you have this other double holding pose, which I do really like how this looks. And that's pretty much it. And I should mention that this thing does have polycaps, but only uses one type of polycaps, which is one of those round polycaps. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the space type review. Once again, I did not show the articulation because it's pretty much the exact same articulation as the original Leo we got. So if you're getting this, you're pretty much getting it for the weapons, and also it's either that or you're just a big fan of the Leos in general, so you're going to collect them. It's up to you. Anyway, yes, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Premium Bandai exclusive HG Leo Space Type. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!